Yes.
Yes? Have you found any of the stones yet?
Very good. Then let us get right to it. I will call Sharin. Well then, we are set.
I still don't understand why we aren't doing this in the Chronicum. A storage room? This is a bloody disgrace.
All the rooms in the Chronicum are occupied. Also, we don't know how the magic in the temple would react to the activation of the casket. So, if something goes wrong...
Then the explosion only tears the three of us apart. How reassuring. But I get your point. Let's get started. Prophet, open the casket. What do you think? Anything that helps us find her killer. Prophet, did it work?
He isn't reacting. We should...
Well then, let's find the mole. All trails lead here. Tasty. Still fresh. So our mole was here not too long ago. Vermin. Too close. Blood Moon Revolt. Now playing. Huh. I doubt that somehow. Well, well, this looks much more like a hideout, doesn't it? Traps, traps, traps. Don't want anybody to find your lair, do you? Well, too late. Now would you look at that? The hideout. Let's find out who you are, shall we? These are the robes the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad wore. That doesn't really help me. What the? Naramese brandy. Didn't know you could even get that over here. Huh. An Entropist staff. So our mole is a Sinistrope. Well, well. How careless of you, leaving a letter down here for everyone to read. Let's see. You? No, that isn't possible. All right, upper floor, first room on the left.
Madame, how can I help?
Where's the innkeep?
Running an errand. How can I help? A pint of mead or a bed?
A bed. 5 pennies, right? Here you go.
And here's the key. First room on the left. Have a great stay.
I will.
Lishari!
Not one step further.
Wait, please, I can explain everything.
Fuck your explanation. You betrayed us.
A chance, Lishari. That's all I'm asking for.
Come. Explain. You have 10 minutes.
What is it?
Huh?
You've been staring into that mug for over a minute now. What is it?
Well, let me think. I just learned that my former companion betrayed me and followed us to Enderal without my knowledge. There, he hired a mercenary army, wreaked havoc on our excavation site, destroyed my research, and massacred our allies.
I just hired them to destroy the research, damn it. Is it my fault they snapped? Also, it's godlambs they killed. The enemies we spent decades fighting, in case you forgot.
I can't stand those stuck-up idiots either, but the Lightborn are dead, and we need the Order's resources to stop the cycle. But let's skip this part, shall we? We've had that discussion before. Question is, where do we go from here?
I told you, let me go. You have my word that I won't mess with your plans any longer. If Juslan, Constantine, and you want to betray everything we stood for, it's your call. No more mercenaries, no more sabotage. There's a ship leaving for Narum in 2 weeks. Probably the last one for a long, long time. I'll be on board.
How do I know you're telling the truth? You lied for a job, Kaleem. And not just there.
Well, this time I'm not. Damn it, Lisha. Can't you just trust me? Just this once?
Like I trusted you with Alana.
All right. Have it your way. Arrest me. Throw me into a cell. And watch while the Order has me hanged. I've said everything I had to say.
Get out. Get out and never come back. And if I ever see your fucking face again, it won't be the Order who knocks your lights out.
Thanks, Lisha. I promise I...
Get out!
Farewell.
Trust me, Alicia. Thanks, Khalid. Thanks for nothing. What the? The mead. No. You.
Took effect. You do it. I don't want to watch this.
actually...
Wake him.
Wait. Prophet, can you hear me? By the name of the sun. So it worked. You were inside Lashari's memory. Khalim. I should have known.
Who is this man?
A former member of our order. A master spy. He was the one who fought the hardest against Constantine's decision to join forces with Oranthiel. I always thought he stayed behind in Nerim, but it seems I was wrong. He and someone else, at least according to your report. Bloody scum. Poisoned mead? How low can you get? Forgive me, all this... It's a lot to take in. They were a couple, yes, even though I always told her to stay away from him. He was the biggest liar to ever walk the face of Vin. An excellent trait for a spy, but for a lover, it was a disaster. Thing is, she wouldn't listen. She always believed she could bring out the good in him. It was only when she found out that he had cheated on her with a Kabetian noblewoman that she had finally left him for good. Ilana Kabrak, a young, powerful countess who supported our order. I'm guessing Khalim hoped he'd become Count Kabrak if he slept with her long enough. She wasn't as gullible as Lashari, though, and dumped him when another, more influential Northern Lord asked for her hand. A smart woman, I have to hand it to her. She knew what she was in for, right from the start. As I said, he denounced our cooperation with the Holy Order, and even proceeded to threaten us if we went through with our alliance. We dismissed it as just so much hot air, which, as it turned out, cost us dearly. Who knows? Had we been more cautious, Lashari might still be alive. I can think of a couple people, yes. Khalim wasn't the only one from our order who saw our cooperation with Oranthiel as a treason to our cause. On the other hand, it might still be someone from within the ranks of the Holy Order. No offense, Marail, but it's no secret that both we and Oranthiel still have plenty of enemies within the temple. Let's just hope that this Glimmercap dust bottle you found on the attack site can help us. It seems like our only chance. Or maybe he's already on that ship back to Nerim. We don't know.
In other words, we're as smart as we were before.
Not entirely. I will tell Commander Aaron about all this. Maybe she'll find more clues in that theater in the Undercity. We'll see. Now, please, excuse me. I need some space. Thank you for your help, Prophet. I only wish we had learned more.
Tragic. Truly tragic. I will see to her body and ensure that she gets a proper bit. Thanks again, Prophet. You did all you could.
Prophet?
Keep walking.
Sister?
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you. I really do.
A machine that can banish these high ones. The mysteries of this world are endless, aren't they?
The prodigy, huh? Apparently we owe you for the shards of this sigil
Yes?
stone.
Have you found any of the stones yet?
But
Here you go looking for a stone, and you simultaneously solve an Enderalian mystery. Good work. I had read theories about what happened to the Count, but this is not what I had imagined. I wonder what became of that girl. Huh. Seems as if a part of the stone's energy really was banished into her body. Just look at it, it's somehow duller than the others. But still, it shouldn't make a difference. At least all that suffering wasn't in vain. Let us insert the stone.
Keep walking.
You really did it, didn't you? Travel the memories of a Pyrene. By Malpass, I didn't think that was even possible. The word of the dead certainly is fascinating.
Yes? Is it important? If not, please go away. I'm not in the mood for company. Saira, what part of I'm not in the mood for company don't you understand? Please, just leave me alone, okay? What? I don't need your pampering, your pity, or whatever it is you came here to do. I just want to be left alone. But you just don't get that, do you? You always come to me like a bloody dog. Why, Saira? Why are you the only one who can't see me for what I am? All the others can, so what's the deal with you? You have no idea what you're saying. I'm a monster, damn it, a bloody abomination. And here you are, acting as if you are the only one who knows better. That's such a joke. The biggest joke since Starfall, and also the worst one. Back in old Dothelgrad, when I killed that bandit, do you have the slightest idea what my first impulse was when I was done with him? The blood on your face, how helpless you are lying there. And I would have enjoyed every moment of it. That's what I thought. You just have no idea. No idea how hard it is to always fight back. To not give in. All that, Why, Saira? Why do I have to be this way? I never asked to be brought back from the dead. I never wanted to become my father's failed experiment. And I never asked to have this perversion put in my head, which seems to be all that bloody defines me. Maybe I should just stop fighting it. Maybe that thing I became in the castle is my true face. And all of this is just a part of a mask that I try to trick myself into believing is real. Yes, it is, Saira. I'm a danger to everyone around me, and I was a fool to believe you could change who you are. You can't. Maybe I should just leave. Go somewhere where I'm by myself. Maybe that way I could prevent this thing from ever hurting anyone else ever again. Yes, it does. Give me some time to think, all right? I won't leave the Order right away. Not until after we've taken care of the High Ones, at least. After that, I'll have to see what the right thing to do is.
funny weather.
A machine that can banish these high ones.
Hello.
The mysteries of this world are endless, aren't they?
Oh, by the righteous path. His own sister? Oh, man. I'd heard about those murders. It's cruel, truly cruel. Why in blazes are the High Ones doing this? I think and I think, but I just can't find an answer. Maybe. At least we now have all the stones. Let us complete the mosaic. By the left path, what power! If we could really direct this and use it against the High Ones, whew, it might work. It just might work. Now are we... Wait a moment. Do you feel that? Something's different. The sea of eventualities. I can't feel it anymore. No, I don't think so. It's like a veil put in front of my eyes. This doesn't bode well, it truly does not. Shao-Rim. He's currently trying to raise the barriers. The ones at the gates. They are meant to magically seal them as a protection against Korak's armies. The walls are nearly impenetrable, but the gates aren't. Shah-Rim said he would raise entropical barriers to take care of that. Quickly, go see him and find out what is going on. I will secure the beacon as best I can. Go!
I tell you it won't work. I can't see anything.
But why? That just doesn't make any sense.
Well spotted. We have to inform the Grandmaster immediately.
A machine.
Mm-hmm.
Work.
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you. I really do.
Greetings.
One more time for the slow thinkers among us. I recognize a magic blockade when I see one. And as long as it is active, we can't put up the barrier.
I understand that you're upset, but an order is an order. I'm sorry.
What is going on?
Thank the sun, Harenthiel. I'm trying in vain to make this highly intelligent commander of yours understand that these headaches are not arbitrary.
Grandmaster?
Shah-Rim is right, Commander. Something is wrong.
What the...
The Nuramis are inside the city! They're inside the city, damn it! Prophet, come here. What is the meaning of this? Prophet.
The Nuramis, they're inside the King's Bay.
Yes.
Their ships, they just appeared. I don't understand.
They just appeared? Are you trying to tell us that an entire fleet entered our harbor and nobody noticed it?
Of course. They cast an invisibility spell on their fleet, and the magical blockade prevented us from recognizing them. Good plan. Thanks to the utterly capable military around here, one that worked out perfectly.
Watch your mouth, wild mage. Nobody...
Commander, it does not matter how it happened. We must act quickly. Sharim, is the spell for the barrier of the gates ready?
The one at the main gate, yes. But until now, we couldn't cast it because of the blockade. Should I give the signal?
Yes. They want us to panic, but we will not do them the favor. Activate the barrier, then return to us. Soldier, you said that the Neremese have already invaded the city. To what extent?
They're in the fog district, I think. They overran the harbor gate before we were able to close it. But Sergeant Harlechan has entrenched himself at the gate of the lower district. He won't be able to hold it for long.
Good. Commander, station your soldiers on the battlement and use arrows to keep the Neremese at a distance. Don't let them get close to the market. You, Prophet, will accompany me there. We will liberate the south quarter and then secure the harbor gate, so that Sharim will be able to place a barrier there as well. At least the heart of the city will be safe then.
You're going to fight?
Yes. Now go. Time is of the essence.
Understood. Soldier, follow me.
Are you ready? Magic, as Sharim said. They've put a spell on their fleet to make it invisible. Probably the doing of Korek's mute bodyguard. I've heard stories about him, and I fear they have infiltrated us in secret too. But we were... Good. We need to find Sergeant Harleyan. The soldier said he's in the south quarter. Follow me. Yes. Prophet.
You chose it.
Die already!
What a waste of time.
I don't bloody care what you're thinking. Secure the damn gate.
Sergeant Harleyan.
Who? Grandmaster Aranthiel. It is an honor.
The honor is mine. What is the gate's status?
Bad.
Dozens of Naramis are behind this gate, and they're setting up rams.
Then we will stop them. We have to secure the harbor gate at all costs. Once we have done that, our mages will seal the gate. This is all of you, I take it?
For now, yes. But reinforcements are on the way. Forgive my failure, Master. We should have seen it coming, but everything just happened so quickly.
I know. Now come on, we march out. Every second we wait will help the enemy.
Yes, sir. Guardsmen, the Grand Master is relying on us, and so is Malthus. Live up to your names!
Yes, sir!
Go!
For freedom!
They're in darkness, just at the right time.
What the? For freedom!
You will not stop us! Never! Good. Now, close the gate.
Yes.
It's jammed, Sergeant!
What? What are you talking about?
Is it possible that the Naramis have sabotaged the mechanism?
Sabotage? Yes, of course, that must be it. What can...
The locking mechanisms of the gate are on both sides of the wall, correct?
Yes. Yes, Master, that's right.
Good. Good. Prophet, you and I will fix the cranks. Sergeant, in the meantime, you and your men will keep the Naramis off the gate. When we are finished, we will give the signal for retreat. Understood?
Yes, Master, of course. Gideon, Elmar, prepare the cannon. Let's show the bastards what it means to defy the Lightborn. We will await your signal, Grand Master. May his light guide you.
And you. Follow me, Prophet. Well then, there are two cranks with which the portcullis is controlled. One can be reached by following the left hallway, the other one is to the right. We do not know if the Naramis have already sabotaged both mechanisms, but I suppose so. You take the left crank, I will take the one on the right. I'm sure they're trying their best to do just that, but it will take time. The defense mechanisms of Ark are more than...
Hurry up, damn it.
I am hurrying.
Retreat! Now! There they are. Gideon, Nara, prepare the fire spitter.
Thou art my light, my shimmer at the horizon. Your...
Fire!
Wait a second.
Thou art my light, my shimmer at the horizon. Your...
Fire!
It is working
You
again.
heard it.
Retreat!
What the...
Oh, my mouth is... What?
Retreat! Now!
Do something, Grandmaster! Do something, damn it!
No.
But...
It's over.
Well, I suppose reconquering the gate didn't go as well as planned, did it? What happened here?
Nothing. Secure the gate.
As you wish. However, seems we have a visitor.
Theodore Aranthiel on the battlefield. I must confess, I am surprised. Oh my, look at these poor fools. Trusted you until the end. It seems you still value human life as little as you did back in Kira. How many people was it, Aranthiel? I have forgotten.
Wise words from the mouth of a warmonger.
Oh, so that is what I am to you. If I remember correctly, it was you who refused to negotiate. You might not believe it, but I enjoy this no more than you do. Hence, one more time, Aranthiel, surrender. Your so-called army is a joke compared to mine, and it is merely a matter of time until we find a way into the city. So, for once in your life, make the right call and end this conflict before it gets even bloodier than it is now.
Well said, Koarik. So, what do you expect us to do now? Ask in your wisdom? Kneel before you?
Yaslan Sharim, how disappointing to see you here. All your life you have fought religion and its tentacles, and now you fight for it.
I fight for something called common sense. Should try it sometime.
As I said, Aranthiel, last chance. Stop working on the beacon, and no one will be harmed. The cleansing has to happen, and you will not stop it.
Trust me, I will. Now, is that all?
It is. Oh, it is. Alma, line up the prisoners. I want to see each one of them crucified before nightfall. And then inform the troops. Every Enderalayan will be killed on sight.
Understood.
What?
Religion is a sickness, Aranthiel. And it is the cause of pretty much all the evil that has happened in this world over the past millennia. Your son saw that too, unlike you, but he also made a fatal mistake. To believe that the death of the Lightborn was going to change things. But they were just a symptom, not the cause of the sickness. The cause is religiosity itself, this particular way of thinking. Oh, believe me, my train of thought is more rational than you might think. Religious people choose irrationality above reason, and dogmas above free thinking. They turn themselves into puppets, and by doing this, they are responsible too. And your behavior, Aranthiel, is the last proof I needed. Believe me, I wish there were another way, but you have shown me that there isn't. The High Ones will never elevate us until the ulcer of religiosity has been torn from every single head in this world. I've tried the peaceful way, but you don't seem to want it. Now live with the consequences. By the way, it's good to see that you have survived. What's about to happen now is your fault, Aranthiel. Don't even try to convince yourself otherwise.
Take this. We need to go back to the temple. As soon as Sharim and the Arcanists have cast the seal on the door, it will be as safe as it can get, yes. But let us talk in the temple. And lead that entropist right into the city. Their death was necessary. It was an honor for them. We will proceed as planned. Light the beacon as soon as possible. That is all that matters. Sharim, how long do you need to seal the gate?
Give us an hour.
By the righteous path, you are well.
What happened to Jorek? And why in blazes you stand around like bloody waxwork figures?
Jorek has betrayed us, Tilor.
What?
He has revealed the locations of our scouting posts to Korek's army. That's why we didn't see their ships coming. A keeper has caught him talking to Korek through one of the silver plates. And don't worry, he's only unconscious.
Commander, get him out of here.
Of course, Grandmaster. Where should I take him?
Anywhere, for heck's sake! We will deal with him later. This is not a case for the tribunal.
Very well, Grandmaster.
What is the status of the beacon? Where is Marigel?
At the beacon. And there is a problem with your machine. But that's something they should tell you themselves. Now, excuse me, the entire city is in panic. The people expect an explanation.
Then give them one. Follow me, Prophet. To the beacon.
I don't care, damn it. Just do it.
You know, getting angry doesn't help anyone either.
I know, but it's just too much at once.
I tell you, there's no word about a Numinos.
Well, if you say so, then I guess we have to get used to the idea that our machine will not glow anytime soon.
What are you talking about? We have the stones.
Grandmaster. Yes, that is right. We have the stones, and they give the beacon the energy it needs, as we had assumed. But
this crystal in the middle of the cross, it is the core of the machine, the Numinos.
So?
The Numinos is empty, Grandmaster. That's why it is so dark. If we were to ignite the beacon now, its energy would be emitted aimlessly, with devastating results.
An explosion, to be precise. An enormous one. Yes. At least that's what the writing suggests. Imagine the beacon as a huge, arcane barrel full of black powder. To ignite it means to release all the energy stored within. And for all we know, it will be streaming towards the container with the crystal in its center, the numinous. However, if this numinous is empty, then it will backfire, so to speak. An explosion. No, it's more than that. The beacon can defeat the High Ones. The more we learn about it, the more certain we become. However, it needs a target, a kind of focal point. And if we ignite it without one, things will become very uncomfortable. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of experience in building Pyrean machines, so yes, indeed, we had not noticed it before. So it seems, yes.
I am very sorry, Grandmaster. We should have seen
So we have to find this Luminos as soon as possible.
Yes, and before you ask, we don't know yet what the Numinos actually is, and neither do we know where to search for it.
But we will find a way. Give us a week, maybe two, and there will be results, I assure you.
Then begin. Prophet, get some rest. You will need it.
Oh my, such chaos. Yes, I think so. But right now we can't do anything but read the writings from old Dothu Grant for the upteenth time, hoping for some clue we might have missed before. Yes, he did. Even though he was one of the closest confidants of the Grand Master. I don't know what to say. Not really. But it was no secret that he regarded the Grand Master's actions against the Neremes as careless. He does not seem to understand that the beacon is our only chance. Yes, I guess. You should take a rest. I was told what you did to secure the gate. We'll
The
call you
prodigy,
as soon as we need your help.
Apparently we owe you for the shards of this sigil stone. I didn't think I would ever say this, but thank you. A machine that can banish these High Ones. The mysteries of this world are endless, aren't they?
You're a foreigner, aren't you? I wish I'd have crossed the Red Sea.
In the
Oh,
bed.
you're not
So
from around the
Malfash's
corner.
blessing. Ah, that pretty boy, you mean? Aye, I did. A couple of hours ago. Drank like there's no tomorrow, I tell you. Aye, he did. No, why would I? People don't usually check out here before they go. But if I was you, I'd go take a look at the other tavern. He sure didn't look like he was done drinking.
Walk blessed. It's good to see you.
Stop ignoring me!
Monsieur? Yes?
My sir? We always go too easy on this.
Is it now? Remind me not to burst into tears.
Greetings!
Under the city, deep in the cave.
Walk blessed.
Waits for us, the black guardian. No one
Yes?
who ever caught sight of
Hello. Do come back.
Hello.
Monsieur.
Giggle and caper around. He'll soon.
Good evening.
May your path always be even.
Yeah. It's not.
Look at that. Another snob from the surface. Well, well. The venerable Sunchild graces us with its presence. Come to gawk at the people worse off than you.
Oh, you're not from around here, are you? I know that accent.
You bloody wench thinks she's Vatra incarnate. Well, she'll get what's coming to her.
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny.
Hey, handsome. How about some fun?
Now you're quite the sight. How about a little bit of
A foreigner, huh? What a
Foreigners.
surprise.
Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling? Want to spend some time together?
Now look at that. If that isn't the Holy Prophet, what are you doing here? Looking for some fun? Hey, but we were just getting started. You are way too serious sometimes, you know that? There are times when you just have to indulge. I am enjoying myself. You should try that for a change, you know. Who knows how much time there's left for that? What are you doing here, anyway? Ah, right. Talking. Talking is good. Or is it? I forgot. Maybe I can't, yeah. Or maybe I don't give a fuck about Adila. Maybe I don't give a fuck about any of you. And I'm just waiting for the right moment to stab you all in the back. Who knows? That's the great thing about life. You can never tell exactly which way the wind blows. Is it now? What if what you're seeing here is my true self? And if it was, would you still bother pretending to care? Nah, you wouldn't. I think if you really knew me, you'd have been long gone. Friends, you just don't want to get it, do you? Let me think how I can make myself more clear. Three words. I don't care. I don't care where my jobs come from and what I have to do as long as I'm getting paid. I don't care if the beggar in the front of the tavern eats his own shit as long as I can enjoy my beer inside. And I don't care if people who think they're important to me kick the fucking bucket because I just don't care. Adila's dead? Fuck it. At least that means there's no one around anymore who knows what I really am. Alicia. She was the first one. I took what I wanted from her, and when it got too tiresome, I just left her behind. Like all the others, before and after her. Have you never wondered why I'm by myself? Loyalty, friendship, love, it's bullshit. We're born alone, we live alone, and we die alone. And I seem to be the only one who fucking sees it. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The high ones. Yeah, those goddamn high ones. When those thugs killed our family, she was so hurt, so lost, you know? But do you think I did anything to help her? All I cared about was myself. What Adila did, what she became, that didn't just happen overnight. I always felt that something was wrong with her, how she kept on withdrawing from the outside world, reading all these stupid books my father always read. But I never went to see her. I never wrote her. And you know why? Not because there wasn't time for it. Not because I couldn't cope with it myself. I didn't because I couldn't be bothered. Couldn't bother with her moodiness. Didn't bother with all the drama. I just couldn't care less. Just as I didn't give a fuck about Licia. We were on a mission in Golden Forest, and had just set up camp for the night. That was a couple of nights after we realized that we had different expectations, so to speak. I went to get firewood, and when I came back, there were half a dozen bandits in the camp. Licia was out cold. She was still alive. I saw it. She was alive, but I just ran. I just turned around and fucking ran. Does it matter? I didn't even consider fighting, not for a moment. I don't know. I never went back. Never. Why? Because I never gave a shit about people, even if they were deluded enough to think otherwise. It's just like Adela said. My life revolves around one thing, and that is me. Jaspar, the navel of the fucking universe. Tell that to Lycia. Do you think it was any different with us? I saw you and felt there'd be money in helping you. And if that Korak had offered me my life against yours, do you think I would even think twice? You think we're friends, or whatever, but we aren't. If that's what you want to believe, go ahead. You think I'm something that I'm not. Something I never was. I'm a sellsword, not one of the good guys. And you think that you know me, but you don't. Adela and Lycia, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, please, just go, okay? I need to get away from here. From this city, from these people, from everything.
The Grand Master and the Truchessa do not want to be disturbed. I'm sorry, brother.
I didn't kill her.
Good work in the heart.
How often do I
Really?
have to tell you that?
The Prophet found a bottle of cap dust near her body. How do you explain that?
Well, maybe there are thousands of dust addicts in the city, and not just me. Damn it. Yes, I gave Korek the locations of our outposts, but I had nothing to do with the death of that woman.
Then at least tell us who else Korek bought. Who hired the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad?
I don't know. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. And do you know why? Because this war is madness, Tealor. It is madness. It is unnecessary. And you are too fucking blind to see it.
I am blind? Which of us is the traitor? Which of us is responsible for the deaths of hundreds and hundreds of people?
Let's stick to the point. Accusations lead us nowhere.
A word of wisdom from your mouth, Natara. Bravo. Pity that your wisdom doesn't go beyond words. Weren't you always the most determined of the three of us? For 3 decades you led this country, and you never showed any weakness. But no, as soon as the grand, presumed dead Teal'Ora Ranthiel returns, all you do is bow and scrape. Why, Natara? Have you too come to believe that pile of scrap metal out there can save us? Whatever that's supposed to look like. Or do you do it because Teal'or warmed your bed back in the day?
You are only making it worse.
Oh, am I? You are so bloody blind. Blind and stupid. Both of you. Don't you realize how much of a fool this Korek really is? His only condition for peace was that we would stop rebuilding some ancient machine. What would that have cost us? Nothing. But no, Teal'or. To you, this fantasy of cycles and high ones is more important. More important than anything else. Damn it, even your own people.
Fantasy. So you still believe that the threat is not real? After all that has happened?
The Grand Master and the Truchessa do not want to be disturbed.
Not a sage.
I'm sorry,
but
brother.
even if it is real,
good work in
what
the heart.
I do
Really.
know is that we can only lose this war, and that we will dig more graves with each day we wage it. Up here we are safe, yes, but what about the villages, the farmers? Don't get me wrong, Teal'or. I know what I did. But sometimes a quick cut is better than bleeding out slowly. Korek would have conquered the city. We would have surrendered. And maybe he would have even shown mercy. But it's too late for that now.
No. You didn't do this for our country or our people. You did it because you wanted to save your own skin. Nothing more and nothing less. And yes, Jarek, maybe you are right. Maybe we can't win this war. But that doesn't mean I will surrender. Because I have something that you don't. Principles. You don't have any. You have nothing but your bottle of booze and your bloody dust. You are a hollow man, without talent. And the only reason you are here, and not in the alleys of the Undercity, is your bloodline. And now people are dead, all because of your cowardice. Do not think I will ignore that for old time's sake. I will count to 3. Who else has Korek bought? 1.
Now aren't you a tough guy, Teal'or?
2.
What I did was right. One day you'll realize this too. And then you will be ashamed, for you just...
3.
Teal'or.
We are done here.
Move along.
Shivering hands and delirious eyes, brittle... What would you like to hear? Sure.
What do you want, urchin? My problem with you? I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with what you stand for. Tell me, prophet, who built this temple, which you enter and leave as frivolously as a sailor leaving a brothel? What did Malphas say to Dalcidocius after he succeeded in suppressing the Blood Moon riot?
As a wayward wanderer, despising the path that was meant just for him, yet the dreams that he sought in the deep red afterglow were as distant as ever before. He did find
Now look who's here. So, my child, I know you still didn't find it. You think you know what you're doing. But the truth is, you're still wandering through the mist, just like all the others. Yes, that is what you believe. You know, it would be so easy to see the truth, to feel it, if you, for all your heroism, had not forgotten one thing. To listen. Come, let me show you what I mean. There we go. Sit down and let us listen to the silence. Okay, fine. I get it. You know you have sinned, and that's why you're lying. But look, honey, I'm your husband, and I deserve the truth. Lying is a sin. You know that as well as I do. And you also know the position this puts me in.
What else do you want me to say? It's ours! Yours!
Mine? You make me unhappy. You know that. You make me very, very unhappy. Next time it's going to hurt. Whose child is it? Oh, Lord, is this what I get for my piety? All these years I sacrificed myself for this family. I toiled, I buried my dreams, and all of it because I wanted them to be happy. And now my own witch betrays me and carries another one's fruit in her belly. But no, as if that weren't enough, she denies me the truth. Me, her own husband. Just what am I supposed to do now, Lord? I beg you, tell me. What shall I do? Yes, of course, Lord. You are right. How could I be so blind? The Creator has spoken to me, honey. A child born of sin is tainted. And this is why we will drown it. Yes, that's what we'll do. As soon as it's out, we'll put it in the trough.
You're a monster! You're a goddamned monster!
I beg your pardon.
No,
I think you just said something that would have made me really unhappy. But unfortunately, I didn't hear you loudly enough. So please, be so kind as to say it again. What? I can't hear you, darling. I can't hear you! So tell me, my child, how does it feel to be powerless? How does it feel having to watch and not being able to do anything? No, but now you can, can't you? But there's no more time, silly. I have to go now, forever. It's been so long since I last ate, and I'm craving a slice of meat. Bloody, crisp meat. Goodbye.
Hey, Saira, wake up. What's the matter? What? But we will. You found the black stones, Saira, and we'll use them to banish the High Ones, no matter how hard this Quarak tries to stop us. But first of all, calm down a little. Well, because I heard you screaming, I suppose? And both Sharim and the Archmagister were asking for you. Apparently they have a clue as to where to find this Numenos. You should go see them as soon as possible.
This just doesn't
No, they're in the Chronicum. One more thing before you go, though. There's something I need to ask you. The mercenary. Sorry for asking, but how do you feel about him? I was just curious. Thanks for being honest with me. Anyway, we'll talk again later. Take it slow. You don't look too well.
Opens up under your feet, and you'll find no gold but eternal grief. Down in the deep, down in the dark, he waits for us, the Black Guardian. If we stray from our path, if we lose our way, he drags us down to the endless void below. If you are 3 sheets to the wind, and you stagger through the alleys of Ark, a manhole cover will open.
Huh. You're the...
Sounds to me as if we'd risk a lot for just a ghost of a chance. I'm not sure if this is wise.
No chance is better than 2. That's how the saying goes. You should talk to the Grandmaster. He called for you.
Did he now? How nice. Then I suppose I'll answer the holy call of duty. Long blessed, Archmagister. Ah, Prophet. If you have a moment, I'd like to talk. Just come upstairs when you find the time.
There you are. Have you recovered? Well, I suppose as good as can be expected under our circumstances. The Truchessa sent half our Arcanists to reinforce the gate sigil, which makes working on the beacon harder, of course. Furthermore, the nightmares have become worse, and more reports of the Red Madness are coming in. It's tragic. Truly tragic. Yes, citizens are disappearing from the city, and our outposts are finding them in the wilderness, starving and delirious. And even worse, they are extremely violent. Take care if you're on the road. Oh yes, without any doubt. The war has made things far worse. It's almost as if the High Ones draw strength from the chaos. Or maybe it's a sign that the cleansing is approaching. I don't know. Well, let's say we have a lead to a place where we could find a lead. But let me start at the beginning. While you were sleeping, someone tried to break into the storehouse of the garrison. A starling named Kamai. You have? That's good. Then he might trust you. Well, brace yourself. He said he was looking for Shadow Steel, because he's been working on a starship for 2 decades now. He wants to use it to find the forgotten homeland of his people. Yes. Doesn't it ring a bell? The Star People believe that their ancestors were born in a forgotten place among the stars. A place without war or hunger, where everyone lives in perfect harmony. All the technology, all the machines that we owe to them were invented to help them get back to this place. A very nostalgic idea, it really is, but unfortunately, a lot of Star People have died in that quest. The starships have crashed, or they simply disappeared. Up until now, no one has ever found the Star City. Kumai, however, claims that he can do it. Well, bear with me. At first, of course, we all considered him insane. He was begging and pleading and insisting that he was just an inch from finishing his ship, and that it really could get him to the Star City. Well, unlike the others, the Grandmaster listened to him, and he ordered the scouts in Doomville to look for the cave where he claimed his workshop was. And you won't believe it, but they found out two things. First of all, the ship really does exist. And secondly, he says he used ancient Starling plans to construct the ship, which were handed down for generations in Anku, the Starling city on Nerim. We had a look at them. They look very similar to the plans we used to construct the beacon. Well, either that, or the ones who created the beacon also helped the Ancient Fathers build the Star City. There's no way to know for sure, but either way, what it does mean is that the Ancient Fathers must have known about the cycle, and therefore about the High Ones and the cleansing. Well, let's put it this way. If anybody knows, it's them, and it's definitely the best lead we have found so far. So, in other words, what that means is that we need to help this Kumai finish his ship, and that we will accompany him on his journey to the Star City. Just imagine if it works. A city in the stars that has lasted for millennia. It's unbelievable, truly unbelievable. You make it sound so easy. But in a nutshell, yes, that's what we need to do. First, you should visit Kamai's workshop in the Powder Desert. The Grand Master and some Arcanists have already left. And, needless to say, be vigilant when outside the city. The Nerimese might not be careless enough to have their camp right in front of the gates, but they have established outposts all over Enderal, as you have undoubtedly already noticed. You are familiar with teleport magic, aren't you? Here, take this scroll. It will transport you directly to the Powder Desert. I need to get back to my studies now. The more we learn about the beacon, the more fascinating it becomes.
That's beyond me.
What? What?
Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where
Yes?
is this supposed to lead?
Ah, there you are. Lashari brought that map from some Parayan ruin a couple of weeks ago.
Knows what he's doing.
Looks confusing, doesn't it? She said it contains more knowledge about the Parayans than all the tomes in the Sun Temple's library put together. And now she's gone, just like Constantine. It still feels surreal. Well, let us say that I have been thinking a lot about the decisions we make in life and where they lead us. But let's not talk about that now. I did, yes, because I require your help in a personal matter. There hasn't been a good time since the Red Madness broke out. And believe me, I wouldn't bother you with this if it weren't important. Hard to explain. Come. Fair enough. Where do I start? Imagine the following scenario. You're in an old fortress. Suddenly a door opens and a bandit charges in. Before you even realize what is happening, he raises his bow, nocks an arrow, and fires it straight at your throat. What happens next? That is one possibility, yes. It might be the one you would experience. The truth, however, is a bit more complex than that. Reality branches off into millions of new realities. One in which the bandit kills you, one in which he gets hit by a falling piece of rubble from the ceiling, one in which a tunnel spider jumps out from the shadows and kills him. The possibilities are endless. Everything that can happen will happen, and creates a new eventuality in the process, another reality. In a million others, yes. There might even be one where a magical anomaly suddenly transforms the bandit into a myriad. Everything that can happen will happen. This is the nature of our universe. I'm getting there. I assume you know that this mechanism is also the reason for the existence of magic. An Arcanist is able to transport eventualities from one reality into another, and thus perform feats considered supernatural. So far, so good. But what if there were a way to not only bring elements of other eventualities into ours, but to travel these other realities physically? I am indeed. Well, this is where it gets exciting, isn't it? With the Planeswalker. Come, let us sit. Have you ever heard of the name Dalmaric? That's the one. What hardly anyone knows, however, is that Dalmaric's experiments reached far beyond the Sunwheel. Among other things, he worked on a device called the Planeswalker, a combination of Endralian mentalism and Paraean technology. Temporarily, yes. Sadly, Dalmaric never had the chance to finish it, since he was too busy blowing up Thalgard. Lashari? No. Even if we were to find a reality where she didn't die, we couldn't bring her back. Suffice it to say that there is something I need to see. Something I want to see. To be honest, it wasn't my intention to drag someone else into this. But there's no other choice, so here we are. It could, but not that much. Other than what I'm planning to use the Planeswalker for, we lack a concrete plan for using it against the cycle. The only thing we could do with it is use it to blindly glimpse into other realities and hope that we can gain information in the few moments we have there. And for reasons I will elaborate on later, traveling into other realities is quite dangerous. In other words, it's not worth the risk. No, Prophet. Our fight against the High Ones is one we'll have to fight in this world. There's no way around that. We should, yes. But let me reassure you that this endeavor won't take up too much of our time. And as I've already said, I would not bother you with this if it weren't important. Indeed. It would mean a lot to me, if that's worth anything to you. Apart from doing a good deed, and the chance to do something Arcanists have been dreaming of for millennia, rest assured I will properly reward you. Well, first of all, we need to acquire two materials I wasn't able to find here in Ark. The Ether Crystal, and a special kind of alloy. According to my research, Dalmaric's old laboratory in Thalgard would be a good place to start our search. Yes. I'll tell you more about it later. Right in the middle of Thalgard's contaminated areas, so it will be dangerous. You have a map, don't you? Here. That's where we should find the entrance. Ah, and one more thing. I would appreciate it if we could keep this... Firstly, because it's a personal matter. Secondly, it's too much of a risk as long as Khalim and his helper are still sauntering about. The less people know of this mission, the better. The essentials. Well, suffice it to say that what happened to Lashari and Constantine have made me question certain things. I know that they gave their lives for the greater good, but frankly, there have been times when I've found it hard to stay true to our cause. I am hoping that what I'll find over there will help me regain some sense of purpose. Yes, I know, probably not the answer you were hoping for, but it's the best I can do for now. Forgive me. We will. I will meet you in Thalgard.
Walk blessed, friend. Sure, where to?
So much to do, so little time.
Tenacious bastards. Sunborn. The descendants of those who had the dubious pleasure of surviving the Sunfire. They don't. I'm not an expert on the subject, but as I understand it, the after effects of the Sunfire crippled their vocal cords. Well, you'd have to ask the Holy Grand Master about that. But honestly, why would they? To the Order, the Sunborn are just a bunch of disfigured savages inhabiting a ruined patch of land. They don't dare go outside the contaminated area. I don't think so. Researching the matter would be quite costly, and who would profit from it? As I said, 2 objects. The ether crystal, and a special kind of alloy. I'll look for the alloy, you look for the crystal. Agreed? I don't know exactly, but according to my sources, it's made of a fluorescent blue mineral. And regarding your first question, it's the core element of the Planeswalker. Think of it as a kind of enhancer of one's gaze into the sea of eventualities. I suggest you try his old laboratory first. It should be close to the library, so further down. Come on, let's get started. Just come back here once you've found the crystal. So, had any luck?
Aye, but it's all shards. The roof came down on it.
What? No, that can't be. Show me.
Suit yourself.
No. No, 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 no. That's impossible.
Apparently it's not. So what about my pay?
You'll get it. So, had any luck?
Aye, but it's all shards. The roof came down on it.
What? No, that can't be. Show me.
Suit yourself.
No. No, 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 no. That's impossible.
Apparently it's not. So what about my pay?
You'll get it.
Well, maybe you're just wrong and this goddamn crystal was never in here in the first place. Ever thought of that?
It is here. Let's keep looking.
All right, all right. We have all the time in the world, don't we?
Ah, there you are. So? I have it. It's quite dented, but I should be able to fix it. Huh. Fascinating. A pity we need to disassemble it. Either way, we did what we came here for. I'll take the crystal to Ark and find a safe place to store it. Here, I found this further down. Why don't you take it? It might be useful. I will need a couple of days at least to fully reconstruct the Planeswalker. I started months ago, but the crystal and the alloy were still missing. Meet me in the dust pit in the Undercity 2 days from now. It's some kind of arena, in case you haven't been there before. See you then.
Prophet, it's good to see that you're here. Just follow the hallway down into the cave. That Starling man is on the ship. Or whatever you want to call it.
Well, he can't have built it all by himself. Just look at that thing. It's unbelievable.
I know, but apparently those steel spiders helped him. Interesting creatures, really. With enough of them, we could build another sun temple.
Huh, probably. Still, it would be better if he used his machines to keep those Neremes fanatics out of our city. Trusting in the seal of a Neremes sinistralist. Anyway, let's just hope that the Grandmaster knows what he's doing.
What?
Huh. You're the one they called was a tube with a circumference of 3 fingers' length. And does this look like 3 fingers' length to you? His thoughts exactly. Now bring him a new one. Chop chop. A welcome sight in dark times. He has not forgotten what you have done for him. Welcome, friend. Material, not help. To be honest, with all those brutes hammering on Gertrude right now, he is more concerned for her well-being than for his own need to be helped out. Ah, Gertrude. That's her name. It expresses both elegance as well as dignity, don't you think? In her embrace, we will find the ancient fathers. That's the deal, yes. Even though he wonders what you hope to find up there. Anyway, enough talk. They say you are quite skilled in finding things, and there are things that need to be found to finish Gertrude. Sakabaku copper alloys and a Pyrian crystal cube. Find them, the sooner the better. Well, that's the challenge. The alloys can probably be found in one of the old Starling mines in the Powder Desert. The crystal cube. That's a bit more complicated. But as far as he knows, you might find one in Thalgard. In the time of the expansion, there was a famous starling tinkerer working under Dalmarak, and he must have used similar cubes in his work. Here, I'll mark both locations on your map. Please don't die. That would be most unpleasant. Ah, and one of the arcanists was so kind as to put a teleport rune in the cave, so you can use this scroll to return here. And now, excuse him. There's a lot to do and good. A welcome sight in dark times. He has not forgotten what you have done for him. Welcome, friend.
Ah, you. We were told you'd be coming. You're from Nerim as well, aren't you? Ah, just curious. They say the Starlings in Anku have built a similar ship. Did you know that? I'd really like to know if they've made it to the heavens. It's a fascinating piece of technology, it truly is. If only Lashari could see this.
So much to do, so little time.
Walk blessed, friend. Sure, where to?
Huh. You're the one they call the Prophet, right?
Well, any luck?
Congratulations on passing the trial, I guess.
Perfect, that's them. Good work. Ah, he thought so. Very good work. Your reputation is well deserved. Perfect, that's them. Good work. Yes, he didn't expect it, but you and your order have been of great assistance indeed. Give him one more day and Gertrude will fly through the heavens like a fairy. Ah, and you should go to the captain's cabin before you leave. Your Grand Master arrived a short while ago, and it seems he wants to talk to you.
Prophet, have you found the missing pieces? Good. According to Kurmai, your journey will last 2 days. I've instructed him to first head for the Nexus Tower. According to the Starling writings, this is where the ancient fathers kept all their knowledge. The heart of the Star City, so to speak. And you will not be traveling on your own. The mercenaries, Sakaresh, Magistra Yaela, and her adjutant will accompany you. I expect you to be back in the temple in 1 week, with knowledge about the Numinas. As long as Sharim's barriers are holding, yes. However, we should not rely on them. They will be there when the ship leaves. Before you go, however, I suggest you return to Ark to properly equip yourself. Who knows what you will be facing up there?
Good luck, Prodigy. Bring us the answers we're looking for.
Good. And on their way back, the others will be able to steer the ship without you, correct?
Yes, they won't be steering anything, to be precise, because Gertrude flies on her own as soon as the coordinates have been set. He thanks you, Tielor Aranthiel. Any other Grand Master would have laughed at him, but you have listened instead. Now he will be the first of his people to meet the Ancient Fathers. It is hard to believe that. Walk blessed, and all the best for your fight.
Thank you. The others are expecting you. Ah, and there's one more thing. This amulet belonged to my son. I want you to have it. Wear it or not, the choice is yours. Now leave. And do not disappoint me.
The last passenger has arrived. That is a pleasure.
Welcome aboard. How are things going? Are you ready? Well then. All aboard! Then raise the ramp! She's taking off! And there we go. Good. Very good.
This is incredible.
Yes.
Simply incredible.
Fly! Yes? What do you want?
Quite a view, isn't it? I really wish the war and the High Ones weren't casting shadows over all of this.
It's a crazy world, isn't it? On our way to a forgotten city in the clouds, and I'm part of it. It just sounds surreal. But anyway, it's good that you're here. I wanted to talk to you. Do you have a second? You have a point there. How should I put it? I wanted to thank you. I'm not sure if you know it, but all that's happened since I plucked you out of that thicket on the Sun Coast, it did something to me. I think I've understood something, as corny as it may sound. It's hard to put into words. You know, I still believe what I told you that time we met at the Dancing Nomad. That we all act as we do because we hope it makes us happy. But somehow, in no small part thanks to my father, I've always considered responsibility and being happy to be contradictory. But actually, that's wrong. It's the exact opposite. In order to be truly content, we need connection. To a person, to a cause, to anything. If you never find that, you'll never find yourself. Yeah, I said that. And I still think it's true to an extent. You're on your own if you want to be. I'm responsible for what happened to Adila and to Licia, because I never wanted to be responsible. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But I can't change what happened. I'll just have to live with that. Maybe, maybe not. In the end, I can only speak for myself. The fact is, though, that that it feels like I owe this world to be right here, right now, as part of something momentous. And I like how that feels. That surprises me. No matter how all this ends, I will have no regrets. The same goes for our friendship. That's what I wanted to tell you. Despite all the trouble we got ourselves into, I'm glad that our paths crossed. For whatever reason they did. Thanks. But anyway, enough of this sentimental babble for now. You should probably rest a little. Who knows what awaits us up there?
Saira, how are... Okay, let's just skip the small talk. I was never good at that. I wanted to see you because there's something I need to show you. Follow me. I couldn't sleep, so I used the chance to take a look around. The thought that Kermine did this all by himself... It's incredible. It would take dozens of Enderalian craftsmen at least 5 years to do this. So, are you ready? Yeah, but just bear with me. You'll be surprised. Ready to go in? Good. Kurmai told me about this place. this sphere is what keeps us in the air, and it draws its energy from the water. Crystal water, that's what he called it. I just had to see it for myself. It's beautiful, don't you think? In any case,
He just can't believe it. No, he just can't believe it.
Oh, damn. No, quickly, run. That should do it. Now, wait a second.
What part of vertical didn't you understand? He thinks his instructions were clear. Stay here. Do nothing. But no. You decide to run around the ship and open whatever door crosses your path. And no, don't look at him like that. Next time, there will be consequences.
Well, okay. Yes. Sierra, that... by the name of the sun, I just can't believe it. Here we are, on a mission to save mankind, and instead of sharpening our weapons and talking gloomily, we play hide and seek like two little kids who just stole an apple from their neighbor. That's just bizarre, isn't it? No, it hasn't. Anyway, I guess we're safe down here, at least for a while. And actually, I don't mind. This place, it makes me feel serene. Lets you forget why we're here. Do I? In a good or bad way? That's good to hear. You know, Sierra, I've been thinking about what happened in the castle and the talk we had after that. Well, do you remember when I said that I should maybe just give up and accept that I'll never be able to fully control that thing inside me? You tried to comfort me and told me that what happened in the castle was just an accident, and that with just enough tenacity, I could make sure it would never happen again. At first I was grateful, but then I thought about it and realized that there was actually some truth in what I had said. You know, all my life, I've tried to kill that part of me because it made me feel despicable. And every time I failed, I hated myself for it and thought that I was just too weak. But that was the wrong way to look at it from the very start. This thing, the only way to truly kill it would be to kill myself. And I can't and won't do that. Not now, when there's so much at stake, nor in the future if there is one. No, I won't let it harm anyone ever again. But I'll accept that it's a part of me. You know, Sierra, what good did all the self-loathing ever do? I've been dealt a tough hand, and with that thing and these urges inside of me, I'll never be like the others. I think that's the best, maybe the only way to deal with something like this. Accept it, as despicable as it may be, because it is part of who you are. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not deluding myself. Living with this thing will be something I have to wrestle with for the rest of my life. There will always be moments of weakness when it will try to get the best of me. But I will always resist. And I will do so without condemning myself every time it happens. And in the meantime, I will live. I will do all the things that I never allowed myself to do. Build friendships, go see the world, and go dancing. Even if the latter would be a rather amusing sight. You are, if you want to be. That really means a lot to me, Saira. You know, I'm not sure I could have... why am I still talking? Hey, sorry I didn't wake you earlier. You seemed... exhausted. I guess so. I heard talking coming from upstairs, and I think it could be time to go back to the others. What do you say? Good, I suppose. But truth be told, I'm also afraid. You know, to make a mistake. All of this, it's new to me, and it happened quickly. There you were, there were these feelings, and then this. The first time the other person felt the same way, yes. There was a girl once, when I was younger. A novice. Silva. No. It hurts me to say it, but she lacked the discipline for it. She's an adjutant to a priestess now, and I don't even know if she's still in Enderal. I guess so, yes, but honestly, I never thought much about the fact that Silva was a girl. These feelings, they were enough to deal with by themselves. Well, let's put it this way. I'd be surprised if she even knew I existed. This was before that farmer told everyone about my connection to that village. I was very introverted back then and preferred to spend most of my time alone. So, I was just like I am nowadays. Still, these feelings I had for her, they made me afraid. They were just there all of a sudden, and they seemed so intense and unreasonable. I couldn't control them, and that drove me crazy. Between us, it was somehow slower. More like some sort of trust, some sort of affection, which grew with each passing day, especially through the talks we had. No, it isn't. I think if I had felt the same towards you as I did towards Silva, I would have done one thing. Backed off. Meditated. Killed these feelings bit by bit so that they couldn't gain control over me. The fact that it wasn't like that, it's what made all this possible. You know, Saira, you were there for me. You accepted me despite everything you knew about me. And honestly, until the very end, I thought that there had to be some catch to it. Some logical reason for your affection. I just couldn't imagine you did it because... well, you know. Anyway, to be honest, for once in my life, I don't want to think about my feelings too much. I'm just happy. And that's it. I don't know. Hopefully one that includes the two of us being together. First, we have to put an end to the cycle, find the Numinos, light the beacon, and then... I can't imagine that this Quarak will just set sail and go back to Nerim once we've destroyed his vision of a higher existence for mankind, which essentially means war. But let's be honest, Saira. We can't win. Not against Nerim. I don't know if I could do that, Sierra. That would be betraying all that I believe in. For now, I'd say that we should focus on getting rid of the High Ones first. Do you want to go upstairs now? The others will be waiting for us. Good. I'd recommend a little clothing first, though. I don't think the others would like this look as much as I do.
If something isn't right here, mister, why isn't anyone noticing? Yet.
They probably haven't seen us yet. The clouds, that's...
Or the city's deserted. Looks like it to me.
Nonsense! Now quiet. He needs to concentrate.
Now, if it isn't our missing friends. It's good to see people finding common ground, even in these times.
Magistra, I...
No reason to be ashamed, Keeper. There was a time when I was young, too, believe it or not. We came across the first of these floating buildings about 3 hours ago. The Valley of 1,000 Clouds. That's what the Starlings called it. But as you've noticed, it's a little too, well, quiet. He was at first, yes. But he's grown more distant the closer we've gotten. Let's just hope for the best. Correct, yes. The Nexus Tower. By Malphus, it's a pity we don't have the time to explore this place more thoroughly. Just imagine how much history is hidden in each one of these stones. It's incredible. Maybe we can come back here one day, once we've stopped the cleansing. No, not at all. But who knows? Maybe it's as the Starling says, and we'll be surprised. Well, first of all, let us take a look at it up close. Then we'll see.
Still, no one. That must mean something, right?
He will find them. He will find them, and they will listen.
Hey, wait! By the righteous path. That's not good at all. Come on, we have to follow him.
By Malphus, this is so beautiful.
Beautiful. Deserted.
Let's not jump to conclusions, shall we? Somebody must have built this place, and somehow the maps which led us here have ended up in the hands of the Starlings. Ancient fathers or not, whoever was capable of creating something like this must also have known things. Let's just wait and see.
Father Euroli! Father Jotanax! Father Ragimon! He is here, and he has found you, just as your prophecy foretold. Now open the gates!
Oh my. I sense drama.
By the stars! Why do you punish him with silence? He found you. He fulfilled your prophecy. So let him inside. No. No, 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 no. This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
Kumai.
Yes. Yes, he is here. He is sorry, Magistra. It was a mistake to come here. This place is dead, and the ancient fathers died with it.
Very poetic, pal, but now you're overdoing it. Who says they're dead? Maybe your ancient fathers just... left. To someplace else.
Yes. I'm sure they did.
Look, I am sorry this place isn't what you had hoped it would be. I really am. But Dalveric is right. You shouldn't jump to conclusions, and despair won't help you either. We should inspect this place before deciding anything. Don't you agree? The only question is how to get inside.
We could try breaking this gate open.
Splendid idea, boy. Do you have a battering ram with you? Myrid-sized, preferably?
This place must have a side entrance. Kermai?
Yes, probably.
Then let's go look for it. We split up. Dalveric, I suggest you accompany Kermai and take a closer look at the area around the docks. Legium and I will examine the eastern part of the city. And you and Sister Sakarish scout the west. If anyone finds anything, call the rest of the group before doing anything else. Now off you go.
Poor man. All his life he has worked for this, and now it turns out he'd been chasing ghosts all along. Let's just hope the architects of this place didn't take their knowledge with them to the grave, or wherever they are now. This is going to be interesting, that's for sure. And I can't complain about the company. Come on, you go ahead. I'll be right behind you. We really found it. I can't believe it. Saira, over here. That looks like a side entrance to me. Maybe it leads to the main tower, too. Come, let us go get the others.
Good. That looks exactly like what we needed. Anything we should know about the interior, Kermai? Traps?
No.
Well then. Kermai, you, the Prophet, Sister Sakarish, and I will go inside. Liam and Dalveric, you stay and guard the ship. If we haven't returned, or if you haven't heard from us within 12 hours, you're to take the ship back to Ark. Understood?
Understood.
Then let's be off.